As painful as this may be to watch for some, it's exactly the kind of reality check many kids and parents need to experience in today's woke world.
I just want to read you this poster that I have because I hear a lot of pro-lifers say that life begins at conception. Mm-hmm. So my poster reads,
it does.
Life begins when you understand living women matter more than potential babies.
What is it?
What do you mean?
If it's a potential baby, what is inside of a woman?
It's a fetus.
Is it living?
No.
How can it grow if it's not living?
Actually, that's like saying if an acorn is a tree.
When does the fetus become living?
Nope.
That's actually a good question, but that line...
Yeah, of course, because you don't know it, because it's living. It's living.
Oh, wait a second, but I got something for her. Hold
You're
up.
fundamentally denying science to validate your opinion.
You actively deny science, ma'am.
How am I denying? What science did I deny, Darby?
Okay, so let's look at some posters over here. But you don't have to be here.
I need you to tell me what
She
science.
asked
You
you.
just made an accusation that I denied science.
How about you give it?
What science did I deny?
That it's a child inside of you. It is a clump of cells when
I'm a clump of cells. What makes me different?
That you were born? You were born.
So you don't. What you're arguing is that anything that is not born is not valuable of life.
I did not say that.
It's subjective. So when does a child or fetus or clump of cells, whatever you want to call it, when does this clump of cells or fetus become living?
When it can sustain its own life.
But when is the sustainability?
What she just said.
No, when is sustainability?
30 weeks to born, like 34, 30.
Because how do you sustain life? Like my newborns aren't sustainable. You can't just have a newborn and they just live on their own, right?
Right.
They're not sustainable. They need help and assistance to survive. So is a newborn not worthy of life? Is a newborn not worthy of life?
I do have one thing to say to you.
I hope you got more than
How is
one.
it that when my mom was in college 30 years ago, she was protesting the exact same thing that me and these wonderful other women and men on this side have been protesting. How is it? Why? Why are we still protesting? Why are we still having to talk about this issue? It is a basic human right to have an abortion, to have a choice.
The reason we're still having the question is because some people don't want to accept the natural consequences of heterosexual sex and be inconvenienced by another human life and want to selfishly choose to end human life in order to have their whims met. That is why you're still arguing.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a prime example of logic. The lady on stage, cool, calm, composed, versus emotion, versus the animation, versus the girl there to tell you, oh, my mom did this 30 years ago. Yeah, but your mom also let you live. She also gave you the chance to go out and make a way in the world and to sustain yourself, even though I'm sure you're buried up to your nose in student loans, and your mom, you might even live with your mom. A lot of these kids still live with their parents. So when can you sustain yourself? 20, 30, never? When your parents die, is that when you're gonna go out and face the reality and get an actual job? Like, when is sustainability? What is it? When is that? Is it up to 9 months? Can you kill the child and abort them a day before they're due to be born? 6 months, 3 months? I 1,000% agree that life happens at the moment of conception, because God, the Lord said, I knit you together in your mother's womb. It doesn't get any more clear than that. But, how am I going to raise the baby? I'm a college student. I got all this debt. I made this choice to engage in the adult act of sexual intercourse. And now look what I'm stuck with. No. It don't work that way. Don't be a wimp. Don't be a little simp. You got options. You get a second job, a third job. I'm sure you can ask your family that's helped you up to this point to continue to help you. Or if worse comes to worse, you adopt that child to a loving and responsible family. But by no means do you give up up on that child. By no means do you end that blessing that God put in your womb, no matter how it got there. But most times when these people are arguing, it's because, they want to go out there, act willy-nilly, lay it down with whoever, and then they don't realize that there's consequences for your actions. There's repercussions for the acts that you commit. For it might feel good in the moment, but you got to know what comes out of that. And most people aren't ready for it. Most of these women, they want to go toss it out there because a man tells you they love you or whatever it may be. And then when that child, you find out you're pregnant, when you see those 2 lines, then you don't want to deal with it. Then you just want to cop out. It don't work that way. That child deserves a choice. That child deserves a chance to live just how you do, just how you get to go out there and take advantage of all the American freedoms of speech. That child should have a chance just to breathe, to be on this side of the grass, just like you are. And I don't know if y'all noticed, I encourage you to go back and check it out. But when the lady questioned her logic, when she questioned, like, when is sustainability, she was looking around like, y'all help me get some collective thinking, because I have no way of thinking for myself. I'm standing for all these things that I have no valid belief system in. I'm standing for all these things that I really don't know what it is. I really don't know. I think I just want attention. Matter of fact, that's usually what it comes down to, is these kids just want attention. They want to feel like they're part of something, but they don't know what they're standing up for. They don't have a firm grasp on the things that they're out there protesting and going against. But behind closed doors, once they learn about it, if they ever do get over that hurdle of ignorance, once they do learn about it, they're like, wait, this doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense that I'm here. It doesn't make sense that, we talk about all the problems in this world, but if we had more children in this world, given the chance, black, white, no matter what you look like, one race, human race, if we had more people in this world that were given the chance to live, look at all the positive differences we could have. If we had more godly homes, more love and more hospitality around, more compassion, instead of not valuing life and just cutting it off just because it inconvenienced our day-to-day living. Like, if people just had that mindset of valuing life and valuing that blessing, things would be a whole lot better off. We wouldn't see all this whining and crying and division and chaos that we see in today's woke culture. So who's to blame for this? I think the parents, for sure, definitely have to have the accountability for allowing their kids to not grow up with the instilled values of what life is. And most of these kids definitely aren't in a godly household. Most of them, if they knew what the value of life is, if they just looked in the mirror and realized that, hey, I'm here. This is a beautiful thing that my mom let me live. She didn't allow anybody outside influence, protesters, anything to influence the ability to give birth. That wonderful, beautiful thing that God blessed into this world. She allowed my life to come into fruition. Now I'm here protesting against it. Like, how hypocritical do you have to be? And I have to give some blame to the teachers too, because they're the ones feeding this information and poisoning their minds from as early as grade school, to not valuing life, saying that you could change your gender based on how you feel. No, people need to be taught that this is the way it is. God made you a man or a woman. He allowed you to live. He allows whatever to happen in this world to serve his kingdom. And for those that look to him and those that look to Jesus Christ, then you're saved. Then you have that eternal peace and salvation. But if you think life's just going to be easy just because you're living and breathing today, like, you got another thing coming. Jesus said each day is going to have enough troubles of its own. So you got to wake up with the ability to push through those plateaus, push through those obstacles, thank God and count your blessings every single day that you're here, and keep it pushing. But these kids, they just want all this attention. They want all this arguing over nonsense that it boggles my mind. If somebody makes sense of it in my comment section, let's keep this thing rolling. We could be civil. You could disagree and we could still be hospitable, or you could keep it scrolling. It's a beautiful thing, freedom to choose and have your own decisions and what videos you click on and don't. You can scroll on, or you can let me know your thoughts down below. If you like the things I'm doing over here, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date on all future videos. If you want to support the channel, you can get awesome clothes like the one I'm wearing right here. He is the way. That's Jesus Christ, made by my lovely wife on her Etsy store. She's got a bunch of different designs, all different sizes, petite to big. No discrimination over here. We got anything you need, especially for the holiday season. Go check that out. Get yourself some awesome gear to rep, or a gift for somebody else that you love, or that you don't want them to know you love them, but you do, so you send them a gift. I'm gonna stop ranting at y'all. I love y'all. I'm praying for you. Shout out to the woman in the video with common sense and logic. Shout out to her. I don't know her name, but God bless her soul. Keep standing up for what you know to be the right way and what you know to be the righteous values that a lot of people are just, they curl up in a ball. They don't want to be canceled. I'm not afraid of being canceled. You can persecute me all day long. I got Jesus on my side. I'm going to keep looking to that and keep spreading the truth. So I'm going to stand up for life always. I love y'all. Godspeed. I'm gone.